It is an honor for me to introduce this year's Circle of Excellence Award winners. These amazing volunteer leaders care deeply about the past, present, and future of our community, and they give their time and resources to CJP and to helping us to achieve our shared goal of a strong, secure, and engaged Jewish community. They are role models for us all and inspire us with their words and their deeds. We are so grateful for their leadership. Please join me in welcoming each of them to share with us why they are so dedicated to our community.
My involvement with CJP has been the framework through which I've had the opportunity to meet really dear friends, through which I've set my children on a path of Jewish learning, and through which I've had the opportunity to deepen my own Judaism with things like my first but not last trip to Israel and the opportunity to study and learn more. Not too long ago, I worked with CJP to bring together a generation of leaders, or a next generation of leaders, to Israel. But really, that was just the beginning. This group has really come together to offer support around COVID-19, to explore really difficult realities of our society and how we can be impactful and helpful around vulnerable populations. Co-chairing the Women's Philanthropy Leadership Series in particular has been really special. Having the opportunity to learn once again about all the work that CJP does through fresh eyes year over year has been really exciting. There's no question that CJP is an incredible partner in its ability to lift up and shine a light on the most incredible organizations in the Boston area. Together, CJP and J-Arts have introduced amazing and groundbreaking programs like Hanukkah at the MFA, which of course this year will take on a little bit of a different but still very exciting tone this year. CJP has the kind of generational impact that knits a community together. When I think about how over the last 125 years, CJP has affected not just my life and my children's life, but the lives of my family before me, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude.
There are so many proverbs and adages that speak to the power of teamwork and collaboration. One that jumps to mind when I think about my work at CJP is if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. While CJP is a huge part of my life, there are many moments that stand out as aha moments. One was at a next-gen family business meeting that took place at Legal Seafoods. There, Mark Baker compared the CJP to a family business, having himself been following in his father's footsteps, who was a past president. The next-gen family business movement came from a need that the community identified and brought up to the CJP. At this meeting, surrounded by peers, I felt really seen and appreciated by the entire organization. I'm consistently impressed by CJP's ability to ascertain and adapt to the needs of the Jewish community. Over its rich 125-year history, the CJP has continued to change with the times, meeting our population where our needs are. I couldn't talk about the CJP or receive any kind of recognition without speaking about my family and their dedication to philanthropy and the Jewish community. My parents have always worked hard and given generously. When people tell me what great people my parents are, or when I'm lucky enough to overhear someone talking about them without realizing who I am, I'm always so inspired to be just like them.
It is almost unfathomable and extremely humbling that CJP has been making a difference in our community and beyond for 125 years. The only way for this kind of steadfast longevity to last is by the consistent dedication to Lador Vador from generation to generation. CJP is uniquely positioned to provide the young adult Boston Jewish community with programs to convene, learn, travel, and thrive. CJP takes this role seriously, understanding the importance of investing in each upcoming generation, because what's next? As a volunteer leader in this community, I've been able to witness firsthand and help shape young adult programming from Leads to CJP Birthright to local community events that in each of their small piece of the puzzle build meaningful and exciting Jewish life. I am grateful for the trust CJP has given to me to mobilize and convene others to participate and volunteer, and I am proud to be one of them. I am honored to accept this year's Circle of Excellence Young Leadership Award. I would love to dedicate this to all my CJP friends and family who have served on the countless committees with me throughout the years. It is wild to reflect back on the past decade and all we have accomplished together, and then look forward to all we will do in years to come.
When my grandparents made Aliyah to Israel, I used to love to visit them. and I used to love to go to my grandfather's office in Jerusalem. On his desk there was a little sculpture, and there was an inscription on that little sculpture that said, Kol Yisrael Aravim Zeh Bazeh. All Israel are responsible for one another. We are all truly responsible for each other, within and beyond the Jewish community, in our interconnected, interdependent world. My journey as a volunteer in the Boston Jewish community mirrors the key stages in my life. When I was a young married and my husband and I just moved into Arlington, CJP staff came to us and said, there was just a recent CJP demographic study, and it says there's lots of Jews living in Arlington. Can you reach out to them and figure it out? And thus began the building of the Jewish Community Association of Greater Arlington in collaboration with CJP and the Jewish Community Center. When my husband and I needed to pick a school for our 3 children, we were so excited by the vision of the newly formed Jewish Community Day School that we enrolled all 3 kids, and we invested our time, energy, and passion into helping that little school grow. This past spring, with the pandemic upon us, the Boston Jewish community rallied and raised significant dollars for the COVID Emergency Response Fund. I was grateful to be part of the task force that worked, volunteers and professionals together to figure out how best to allocate those precious resources to have the most impact to meet so many needs in our community. Coming together with others who share a commitment to making things better. This is what energizes me, gives me hope, and gives meaning and purpose to my days. This honor and all of you inspire me to do more. Thank you so much for this recognition tonight.